Hi, my name is Tanya and I'm a sewaholic. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new here. This is It's So Tanchi. I'm Tanya and I am talking about all things sewing related. If you have watched my videos before, this will be a bit of a different background this time, and that's just because I am sitting in the corner of my bedroom today in my lovely rocking chair, and I honestly hope that it won't rock too much so that you don't get seasick and me neither. But I film on my smartphone and I have to charge it, and it was a bit complicated to charge it in my sewing room. So I am here in my bedroom, and today's video you will have probably seen the title of it, and so you probably already know what it is about. Today I am joining a kind of sewing tech game, and it was brought to life by Sarah from Naughty Gnome Crafts, and she basically set up this tag or kind of challenge where YouTubers in the sewing world talk about their 5 essential wardrobe pieces. And I was tagged by the very lovely Valerie from What Valerie Sews, and I was so happy and honored when she wrote to me on Instagram if she can tag me. She is one of my sewing YouTube friends. She lives very far away from me, but in the USA, and I'm in Austria. But she started her YouTube channel around the same time as me at the beginning of this year, and I honestly love her content, her authenticity, her style of making the videos very fun and humorous. And she asked me if she can tag me, and I said of course. And if you haven't watched her video, I would highly encourage you to do so, and I will of course link the video Valerie made down below. So we were asked to share one top pattern, one bottom pattern, one layering, first the one piece or dress, then one layering piece, that's 4, and the 5th one is kind of a wild card. And I have made myself a little list here so that I don't forget, but as it's lots of essentials, I am not really able to forget them, but I wrote also these sizes down on my little cheat sheet here. And first of all, maybe what I'm wearing. I am wearing a M7969. I'm so bad with numbers, but I think that's the correct number. Dress in a very floaty viscose fabric, and it is like a creamy with black swirls and a bit of gold thread through it. And I really love wearing this dress when it's weird weather, just like today. It's hot but it's not sunny, and yeah, it's perfect for that. So without further ado, I will start with my first essentials piece, which is a top pattern, and I chose to go for the Frey top by Tilly and the Buttons, and it is in her stretch book. So I have took my latest Freya out of my closet to show it to you, and it is this. Sorry, it's very crinkled, but it is a long sleeved top pattern. It is a stretch pattern, and it has, you can make it with a roll neck or with this kind of turtleneck, and I do both. I normally make size 2, that fits me best, and it is a very fitted, kind of very, very basic shaped jersey pattern. And the reason why I like it very much is that you can use kind of a bold fabric like I did here, or I also made another one last year which is in a bold flowery pattern with oranges and pinks, and I will try to insert pictures wherever I wore the garments I am talking to you about. But you can also do this pattern in a very simple like black or white jersey, which I also have done, and then they are the perfect basic. And we are living in a very old building here, and it is very badly insulated, so it gets very hot in the summer but also very cold in the winter. So I like to have these kinds of cozy tops where I can layer underneath but also on top, and the Frey pattern is just something that fits this build perfectly, and I really enjoy wearing these kinds of close fitted jersey tops. And I have written down here that it is available in sizes 1 to 8. I'm very bad with sizings, also because I just know the metric system, but I think that's not the biggest size range, to be honest. There are some Tilly and the Buttons patterns which have a wider size range, but for the Freya top it is not as wide, unfortunately. But yeah, the Freya top is my basic or my essential top pattern. So then let's come to my essentials bottom pattern, and I have 3 versions I made of this pattern here with me, which are all quite summery, and it is the Peaches trousers by Fiber Mood. I made my very first pair, which was this this pink one here, about I think 2 years ago in September. And I just wanted a bright pink pair of white leg trousers, and I found the Peaches pattern and I thought I would try it. And I am honestly super happy with this pattern. It fits me quite well. I am doing the smallest size, which is a 32 from memory. And I have to do some alterations and adaptations, but I think for a trousers pattern that's more than normal. And by now I know what I need to do. Sometimes I make the waistband a bit narrower, and it is a very nice wide-legged pair of trousers, and that's the kind of style that I wear during summer but also during winter. I made one pair in a like woolly gray kind of fabric. I bought it in Portugal when I was there, but the lady there said to me it's not wool, it is like a synthetic fiber. Yeah. But honestly, in winter for trousers, that's totally fine with me, and they're very cozy and warm. And yeah, that was my very first pair. Then you will probably have seen this pair if you watch my channel. It is a very vibrant and patterned viscose fabric, and here you can see I did a narrow waistband, and I very much love this one. Not so much of a basic, but an essential pattern, because I realized when thinking about my essentials that an essential pattern is something for me that is very versatile, that I can do a lot of stuff with, that I can adapt and use in different ways. And for example, this Peaches pattern, I did a few shorts versions as well. I just cropped off the leg and they're now shorts. I made one even in a real leather that I got from a friend. and I did one in a tweedy kind of fabric, a shorts version, which I wear with tights during the winter. And then I have this kind of Burberry inspired viscose polymix fabric that I also made the peaches out of. And I think all in all I have 4 long pairs and 2 short pairs. And I think that speaks for itself, to be honest. I really like this pattern, it works for me, and I really like wearing it. So that is my Essentials bottom pattern. And sorry, I forgot to tell you about the sizes that the peaches trousers come in. And they come in sizes 32 to 44. And that's European sizes, so the size range is, I would say, okay-ish. Not the biggest, but it's okay, I would say. So for my one piece or dress pattern, that was the hardest decision for me, because definitely I have the most dress patterns out of all the categories, and there are quite a few that I have made several times and that I really love. For example, the Hazel dress by Rosary Apparel is a firm favorite, but I had to pick one, and I did, and I thought about choosing another Tilly and the Buttons pattern, and it is the Lyra dress. And the Lyra dress is a quite classic shirt style dress pattern, and I have one of my versions here. It looks similar to this because, as I said, I really like patterns that are adaptable and that you can use in different ways. And this one is an example because I inserted, or I've sewn in more or less, a elastic around the waist, so it comes in at the waist. I don't need a belt or anything, and I shortened the skirt quite a bit, so it is above knee length, and I think the rest of the pattern was just like it comes, or maybe I made these sleeves a bit wider. I don't remember exactly, to be honest, but yeah, that's one version. And then I have another version here to show you, which is the original pattern without any adaptations, but the short sleeved version. And I didn't insert elastic here, and I also made the long length skirt. And I think I inserted the side seam pockets here as well. And this one is a very fun cotton poplin with lots of dogs on it. And this one is a Lady McElroy fabric, and it is, I think, a cotton lawn. This one is quite a bit lighter than this one. But I think I have currently in my wardrobe 4 Lyra dresses. I normally do the size 0 because there is quite a lot, the size 1, which is the smallest size, because it has quite a lot of ease and room in it, and that's perfectly fine for me. I can do a waist tie, or I can do a belt, or in this case I just inserted the elastic. I also have a version in a beautiful darkish Liberty cotton lawn, which I also love, but that's more in my winter wardrobe. And yeah, this pattern is it's very classic on the one hand, so you have this classic shirt dress style, and on the other hand you can do really a lot of stuff with it. You can vary the sleeve length, the skirt length, the fabric. You can do it in a viscose, you can do it in a chambray, in a cotton. There's so many options, and that's probably why it is my essential dress pattern. then let's talk layering essential next. And I had to laugh a bit when I watched Valerie's video, because she literally had two patterns in there which I thought about choosing, and the one was the Kilo Red Dress, which I didn't go for obviously, but the second one was the layering piece, and she chose the heather blazer, and I had to go for the same pattern as well because it is just a great layering piece. And I can show you the only version I made, which is this leopard print blazer. And I love the pattern, but I also love the fabric, and so I think that's why this special piece is a firm favorite of mine. But honestly, there are other layering patterns that I have used multiple times, but I don't reach for them as often as I do for this piece that I only made once. So it made more sense for me to go for this blazer. I am a blazer girl. I really love wearing my blazers, mostly when I'm out and about, when I go for work meetings or for drinks with the girls or something like that. Then I really enjoy wearing a kind of oversized blazer, which the heather blazer is, and I feel like this pattern could be made in so many different fabrics that the variety and the options are very, very big, and that's also why I went for this blazer. It is by Frey Pattern Company. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, and it is so simple to sew it up, to be honest. You should have some sewing experience under your belt for sure, but you don't have to be the most accomplished sewist or very advanced to tackle this project, because the instructions are very great and the pattern itself isn't hard to sew together. So it is a very, very nice project. And now that I have talked that much about it, I really would like to sew another one up, but I am honestly not really sure in which kind of fabric, but maybe something will come to my mind. And it has also some one single button here and these patch pockets in the front, and it is fully lined, which is also quite easy to do, I would say. It has no slits in the back, but yeah, it is a very boxy style and I love it. And this one comes in sizes XS to 7X. The Frey Pattern Company size range is always quite wide, and that is great, I think. I did the size XS. As I said, the pattern is quite oversized anyways, so this one fits me perfectly in its quite oversized shape. So my layering piece is the Frey Pattern Company Heather Blazer. And then we're coming to the wild card essentials piece. And honestly, I didn't have to think too long about this one, because there is one pattern that came to my mind instantly. And I made this one twice already. And there is one more that I want to do for this summer. And it is the Blanca flight suit by Closet Core. And this one here is made out of I think it was described as a cotton canvas kind of fabric in this bubblegum pink. I got it from Etsy, and I saw an inspiration photo on Pinterest a few years ago, and then some time ago the Blanca flight suit pattern just appeared out of nowhere and I thought, that's perfect. I can make the inspiration pick from this pattern, and I just have to get the perfect matching fabric, which I did on Etsy. And I will also insert pictures. Of course, I did a long leg here. It has pockets here in the front, it has patch pockets here, it has patch pockets on the bum. It has a beautiful collar and a quite nice zipper, and I made this one for summer, and then I have a version with long sleeves in a blackish gray fabric as well. And honestly, I don't wear that one as much, but this one is great. And every time I wear this flight suit, I just feel like a power woman. Kind of. I don't know what it is, but it feels so good. It feels like very powerful to me to wear this one because of the cut, and also because of the color of the fabric. And when people ask me if I made this and I say yes, they mostly can't believe it because it looks quite complicated. So it is a very proud make, and it's so enjoyable to sew. I love top stitching, and there is quite a lot of top stitching involved. The closet core instructions are great, and yeah, every time I made it, and now I will make it again, I really enjoyed the process, and I also really enjoyed the outcome. And so that's the reason why I had to go for this pattern as my wild card. And I had a look. It comes in sizes 0 to 20, and I think that they have 2 different size brackets, but I'm not sure if that's correct. You please would have to Google that yourself, or I will link the pattern down below so you can check for yourself. I'm very bad with numbers and with sizes, but I honestly don't even know which size I made. I'm pretty sure that I didn't go for this size 0, but I can't really tell you which one I made. I will have to look that up. But I love this pattern. And that is everything in terms of my essential patterns. They're all quite summary, so if you would ask me, except for the first one maybe, so if you would ask me during winter, maybe I'll come up with something else, but honestly they are all appropriate for different seasons depending on how you sew them, in which fabric and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love all of these patterns and I would highly recommend them. And so because this is a tag game, of course, I have to tag someone myself. And I would like to tag the amazing Michelle from Sewing Bunny. Michelle is one of the first YouTubers I have probably watched when I started watching sewing YouTube videos 3 years ago or so. And I love watching her Vlogmas videos. She has 2 cats just like me, and they're so cute. And yeah, I just like her personality. She seems like a very, very nice person, very down to earth and very authentic as well. So Michelle, if you're watching this, I would love if you would also share your 5 essential patterns with us. And thanks again to Valerie for tagging me. And I just wish you the best start to the new week tomorrow. I hope you had lots of sewing time, and if you liked the video, I would be really grateful if you could give it a thumbs up, if you could subscribe to my channel and come by more often. So take care, guys. Bye.